Did you know that ancient Romans had a game that involved rolling giant dice made of animal bones? Welcome to the quirky world of ancient games and entertainment. Picture this: the bustling streets of Rome, filled with laughter, shouting, and the clatter of dice as citizens gather to enjoy their favorite pastime. While gladiators and chariot races often steal the spotlight, everyday Romans had their own unique forms of entertainment that were just as fascinating. Let's set the scene in the heart of ancient Rome, where the Forum was alive with activity. Here, amidst the political debates and market stalls, you'd find people playing a game called Tesserae Popular Dice Game. These weren't your ordinary dice, they were hefty, made from the bones of animals and often intricately carved. Can you imagine the thrill of rolling these massive dice, betting your coins, and hoping for a lucky roll? But it wasn't just about luck. Players used strategies and tactics, much like modern-day poker. The stakes could be high and the atmosphere electric. Tesserae wasn't just a game, it was a social event where friendships were forged and rivalries ignited. And let's not forget about the women. While many historical narratives focus on men, women played these games too, often in private gatherings or festivals, challenging the idea that entertainment was strictly male-dominated. They would gather in their homes or at communal feasts, sharing stories and laughter as they rolled the dice, showcasing their skills and luck alike. These moments were crucial for social bonding and displayed the importance of games in the community. Now, shifting gears to another ancient game, we take a leap over to China, where we find ourselves in the midst of a game known as Go. Dating back over 2,500 years, Go is a strategy board game involving black and white stones, and it's all about territory control. Imagine a battlefield where your mind is the weapon, and each stone represents a strategic move in a complex dance of strategy and foresight. In ancient China, Go was highly regarded not just as a game, but as a way to cultivate wisdom and strategy. Emperors played it, scholars studied it, and it was often used as a metaphor for life's challenges. The simplicity of the rules contrasts sharply with the deep complexity of the gameplay, making it a timeless classic that's still played today. Players often spent hours contemplating their next move, embodying the idea that patience and foresight are vital virtues. But let's not overlook the ancient Greeks. They had their own version of games that made spectators cheer and gasp. Beyond the Olympic Games, there were also local festivals that featured games like Pankration, which was a mix of boxing and wrestling. Picture the intensity of two athletes grappling on the sandy ground, with hardly any rules to hold them back. It was brutal, it was thrilling, and it was a crowd favorite. These games served a dual purpose: to entertain and to prepare warriors for battle. They were a way to demonstrate strength, skill, and endurance, all while captivating an audience. The Greeks believed that physical prowess was essential for a well-rounded citizen, blending entertainment with a sense of duty. The athletes were celebrated as heroes, and their victories brought glory not just to themselves, but to their cities as well. Now, let's dive into a lesser-known but equally intriguing practice from ancient Mesoamerica, the ball game, known as ulama. This game was played with a heavy rubber ball, and the objective? To get the ball through a hoop without using your hands. Sounds easy, right? But it was anything but. The players, often dressed in elaborate costumes, would use their hips, knees, and shoulders to keep the ball in play. But here's where it gets fascinating. Ulama wasn't just a game. It had deep religious and cultural significance. The Mayans and Aztecs believed that the game mirrored the struggle between good and evil, and it was often played as part of rituals to honor the gods. Winning could even mean life or death for the players, who sometimes faced serious consequences for losing in high-stakes games. The arenas were filled with spectators, creating an atmosphere thick with anticipation and tension. Can you imagine the tension in the air as the ball flew through the arena, with spectators holding their breaths, and the incredible athleticism on display? The players were revered and respected, akin to modern-day sports stars. They trained rigorously, and their performances were not only physical displays, but also spiritual offerings to their deities. The outcome of these games could be seen as a reflection of divine favor or disfavor. So what does this all mean? Ancient games were not just about fun and leisure. They were a reflection of societal values, a way to bond, and a means to convey cultural beliefs. They brought people together, much like our sports do today. From the communal gatherings in the streets of Rome to the strategic battles of Go in ancient China, these activities served to unify people and create shared experiences. And here's something to ponder. While we might think of modern entertainment as a new phenomenon, the roots of our games can be traced back through millennia. What do you think ancient civilizations would think of our sports today? Would they recognize the spirit of competition or see something entirely different? Perhaps they would be amazed by the commercialization of sports or the global nature of our competitions. And here's an interesting fact: in some cultures, games were so essential that they were literally played for the fate of the world. In ancient Mesoamerica, the outcome of the ball game was believed to have cosmic implications, affecting the balance between life and death. The stakes were not just personal but universal, tying the players' fates to the very fabric of existence. So next time you roll a dice, kick a ball, or cheer for your favorite team, remember you're partaking in a tradition that spans thousands of years, connecting you to the laughter, struggles, and triumphs of those who came before us. Isn't it incredible how a simple game can bridge time and culture? Each game you play carries with it echoes of the past, reminding us of our shared humanity. What's your favorite game, and how do you think it reflects our modern society? How does it connect you to others, and what values does it promote? In essence, games are not merely pastimes, they are an integral part of our cultural heritage, encapsulating our aspirations, fears, and the very essence of what it means to be human.